was your Tyler's back with the final Road to WrestleMania video for 2024. Am I going to do this next year? Probably. But next week, we're going back to my retro reviews secondary channel with Lockdown 2006, okay? You know, Lockdown 2006. I mean, I said it 1,000 times already. Now, let's get on to this edition of the Road to WrestleMania, episode 5. I saved the best one for last, The Undertaker. His road to WrestleMania 23. If you saw the other ones, Triple H, AJ Styles, Charlotte Flair, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, they're on the play. I did a playlist with those guys, and with women also. But anyways, now Taker's road to WrestleMania, it's kind of confusing to say the least. It started with the feud with Khali or the feud with Mr. Kane, but we're going to do both of those feuds. I mean, it started right after WrestleMania 22. After he had that great match with Kurt Angle and No Way Out 2006. Didn't win the World Heavyweight Championship there, but Mark Henry was he had WrestleMania 22 in the casket match. And then Undertaker and Mark Henry had another match on SmackDown. And then we saw the debut of the Great Khali, and they had their match at Judgment Day where Khali won, which Undertaker did the best he could with that match. I mean, it wasn't as terrible as everyone said it was. I mean, this feud continued until then the Big Show was in it, which this was during, oh my god, that shit reboot ECW brand. But also, speaking of originals for ECW, that Sandman Elite looks really good. I can't wait to use that. I mean, you saw Sandman in my WCW show, so I can't wait to use the new Sandman Elite, though. Elite Series 111. I said 111 because 111 doesn't make any sense. So, anyways. Now, Undertaker had a match with Big Show on that show where Khali interrupts the match, and then Big Show was taking Khali's spot in the Punjabi prison match at Great American Bash 6. I mean, I think Khali did have some what was that? I don't know what that was called. Elevated liver enzymes or whatever that's called, but. So yeah, Big Show had to take Great Khali's spot, and the best thing about it was JBL saying, "It's not fair! It's not fair!" Oh my god, JBL's commentary is so much better than Corey Graves. I know he's a straight play-by-play guy, but it's so awkward to hear him be a play-by-play guy when he was playing a color commentator, a heel color commentator for fucking years. Yeah, the Punjabi Prison match was not that great. I mean, Big Show and Undertaker did the best they could. But yeah, Undertaker won. But the feud with Khali culminated before SummerSlam. I mean, they should have done the Last Man Standing match at SummerSlam, but it kind of reminds me of last year when they didn't do Becky and Trish at SummerSlam. They did it at Payback. I was there. In the cage. Like, you could have done that at SummerSlam, I felt, but whatever. Undertaker won, the feud was over, and then Undertaker went into a feud with Mr. Kennedy. These two were way better than the call. Well, that last match, same match, was actually good. No, but this feud was right after Great Khali. But yeah, this Kenny did look good until he lost his briefcase, and then everything about him and WWE was. We're not gonna go into that, unfortunately. Where Kenny won the first two matches. No Mercy was a disqualification, and Survivor Series was the first blood match, and Kenny won that. And then the final match these two had was the last Rye match, the second and last Rye match. Get it? Which is basically an ambulance match, And Taker won the feud, and yeah, and then Taker went into the 2007 Royal Rumble at number 30. Top tier best Royal Rumbles ever. Undertaker eliminated Great Khali. Then it came down to arguably the best final two in Royal Rumble history, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. And Taker won that match. And being the first man to win it from number 30. The first of 5 won that at number 30. And then Undertaker had a choice. He could go after the WWE Champion, John Cena, which at the time it would have been cool, but I didn't think it was going to happen in 2007, that is. Or the ECW Champion, Bobby Lashley, which, yeah, the ECW Champion was a world championship until, yeah, I'm going to ruin ECW. I'm a champion, yeah. Or World Heavyweight Champion Batista, which my gut feeling at the time, I was like, he's gonna choose Batista. I mean, and he did. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed they didn't have him face John Cena, which honestly, it was a better choice for him to face Batista instead. I mean, I'll be honest, Undertaker was always a SmackDown guy, in my opinion. And so Shawn Michaels won that number one contenders match against Edge and Randy Orton, who were the World Tag Team Champions, by the way. John Cena and Shawn Michaels. I almost said Randy Orton, no. Shawn Michaels and John Cena, which this led to No Way Out 2007, where Batista and Undertaker lost to John Cena and Shawn Michaels, where Batista spine bust Undertaker, and that's what cost the match. And that's actually, I felt that match should have been the main event of WrestleMania 23, because no offense to John Cena and Shawn Michaels, but Undertaker and Batista had the better match on that show. But I know, I mean, Shawn Michaels and John Cena did have a great match, but I felt this match should have been the main event in my opinion. And I forgot to put this on my list back, what was it, Tuesdays? Last Tuesday? Yeah. But Undertaker won, and he's the World Heavyweight Champion, and 15-0. And still a great match. So there's that. I mean, I know I skipped, but I'm not going through all the details, okay? So that's all the Road to WrestleMania I did. From Triple H to AJ Styles to Charlotte Flair to Stone Cold Steve Austin and now The Undertaker. So next week, the retro reviews are back with Lockdown 2006. And then now my next two videos are WrestleMania related, SmackDown before and then WrestleMania 40. So anyways, like this video, comment down below, subscribe to this channel right here and click the notification bells, as well as my secondary channel, Tyler's Retro Reviews, so you'll see next week, Lockdown 2006. Bye. Also, my Night of Glory show will be next Sunday. So I have one more showdown to do, and also that Money in the Bank match I'm going to do before Night of Glory, okay? Bye.